I want to title this, Stop Being Afraid of Things That Are Beyond Your Control. Really, y'all? Really? What are you afraid of? Dying? Because that's the only thing that we are afraid of. Death and death being harmful. Death hurting. Really? Those are the two things like most people are anxious about, curious about, not wanting to go through. So if those are the two things that are in your subconscious mind where you're like, I just don't want to die and I don't want it to be painful. Well, you better live. I've been through so much crap in the last year. And somebody was telling me earlier, Bish, I don't know how you're still standing. I'm like, well, if I believe for 1 second that my life was over during the last year of bad luck, bad issues, bad karma, I probably wouldn't be here. I have bragging rights because I was in the hospital in May. Remember when I made fun of this whole thing. I was even looking at a text yesterday where I text a friend, this COVID BS, it's so fake. And that was literally May the 7th. Literally that night, I was going through so much crap. I had to go to the ER, and they were like, yeah, you're symptomatic right now. Boom, like that, life can change. So I've learned, don't spite life. Don't, and I have the belief system that, it was created. It's a biological weapon. It was a biological warfare because there's two sides battling for a seat in 2021. So I just look at it that way. Some people pay to create something to attack the people of America. That's how I look at it. And there's proof out there somewhere if you go dig for it. And that's how I really have some grounding and peace in my life, in my mind, because I seek the truth. I seek answers. I don't just kind of follow a narrative, or follow an agenda, or I don't look at things and go, oh my gosh, this is gonna happen. Oh my gosh. I look like Kim Kardashian. Even Kim, like I was watching Kim Kardashian going from the girl who was sensitive and crying every minute, and then she took a bold move, married Kanye, and everyone called him crazy and this and that and this and that, and she stuck by his side. You know why? Because she didn't let fear control her life. So what? You take an oath before God, you're ride or die, right? I think people in this mask thing, it's kind of fascinating because I was watching a guy literally went from no mask on. Then he put it on while, no, it was a lady. I'm sorry. Because this lady was on Redondo Avenue and Broadway because I was walking east. And yeah, she put her mask on, did her social distancing, passed me, and then took it off. And I'm thinking, okay, fear. I don't know. There's so many people in the world that will never understand like quite what is going on and what this is. And when somebody who's been through it and back, I have some friends who've been through it, but at least my friends who've been through it did not have. I had one friend who has immune dysfunction like I do, but the other three people who I know do not have immune disorders or any chronic illnesses. So I know I look healthy and great, but my internal still operates like someone with a chronic illness. So I was just telling people, look, this guy right here been through a lot of crap. He's been through turmoil and torture and enduring so much on the body. and losing friends left and right, and family members, losing them left and right. So, what's the motivation behind it? You just get through it. You just get through it. Plain and simple. There was a quote that I read, and I shared it with my good friend Shannon, and the quote that I sent her was, "If you got through life through this much, it was only to carry you through to the rest of your life." So, what's up? I'm gonna say like, "Hey, what's up, Nene?" Just kidding. Yeah, we're talking about people being cowards. Coincidentally enough, I was watching that episode of I Love Lucy today where she was Scottish. Well, she had that dream where she was fighting the two dragons, or the two dragons want to eat the McGillicuddy. Remember that episode, I Love Lucy? And so she had a dream that Ricky was supposed to be the soldier that fights for her. What's up, Neen? Ryan? Mon? What's up, Mon? Yeah, so this episode, it was funny because it makes you think. I love Lucy for this reason. So basically, she hits Ricky when she wakes up from the dream, right? She's beating on him. You coward! And what's fascinating is it wasn't the fact that it was the dream and all that made it funny. It's that subconsciously Ricky is a coward. It was a subconscious, it was a virtual dig, is what I call it. It was a shade bank deposit. That's my new project, the Shade Bank, where I can be shady and clap back at people all every day. Anyway, so things that are beyond your control in your life. One would be this pandemic, this lockdown. Nobody can do anything. You can't even plan for your future. It's okay to write down your goals, write down your plans, ideas, your thoughts, but in terms of the future, we don't know what we have to wait till January 2021 is here in order to know like what type of direction are we going. What's up, Joe May Show? Joe May Show. I can't say it properly. Show. So the topic of the day, I'm talking about how to deal with things beyond your control. So one would be like I flipped the cookie the last couple of days. I flipped the cookie. I was like, grrr. One, I say make fun of it, because what happens is you exchange the vibration of negative and you're laughing at it. So you're bringing in the positive vibration. So I always laugh at something. I always laugh. I just think it's really funny. It's funny. It has to be funny. Like, people who know me for having all this bad luck, and I've been nothing but a kind, good-hearted person to other people, and I may not have been good and kind-hearted to myself, and these situations are attracted to me because they're trying to allow me to be kind and respectful to myself. I'm hard on myself. Oh my gosh, when is Ursula gonna call you? So shout out to my YouTubers. I'm gonna be flip-flopping. So I like my live streams on Facebook, and so I'm gonna start sharing these on my YouTube channel. Those are my I call it my Words for Wisdom channel. So Words for Wisdom is I just hit record and start talking for about 20 minutes, and then I go. Words for Wisdom is good because it's sort of like an alter ego for me, where if I can sit and I can like talk to my higher conscious, or as we say, the higher self, or if I can just say, hey, soul, what the heck are you doing? Come on down here and face the truth. Dag nabbit, right? So that's my YouTube channel. And then I kind of go over some topics of mysticism of the universe and why are we here? What are we supposed to do as human beings? So those things are beyond your control. But I don't fear those things at all. I don't fear exploring paranormal activity, UFOs. And is there a possibility to pray and something happens? How does that work and where does it come from? What do you do? So if it can be positive in another avenue, sure it can be positive in. So you want to hear some drama? So apparently there were gunshots 2 blocks away east, 1 block away north. We don't know what. But what was fascinating was usually there's fireworks, and we all get PTSD from fireworks because living in Long Beach, you have PTSD from fireworks. But yeah, so I guess somebody shot towards someone and then ran away. And then I guess they hid in the alley, which is behind, I would say, our building here. And the alley goes down a couple blocks. But the person who was the suspect, I guess they caught him finally, but he was just in the alley. So it was kind of great that I fell asleep and I slept through the whole thing because I don't deal with gunshots too well. And especially when you're in like Four Corners, as small as I'm in, it was at like 8:45, and that was an hour ago. Oh, I slept so good. I was just so tired today. I've learned that if I go for a long walk and come home and eat, I actually sleep really well. So I think I'm gonna be doing that more often. Cause yeah, I would sleep through the whole thing. I was tired. I'm still recovering, so my body's still. It's not the body that's tired. It's the respiratory system that's still trying to like bounce back. So I walked 4 miles to. Ooh, I could just show you guys. I went to this. There's like this crystal stone shop, and they have lots of goodies. And so I got these today. I felt like I needed it. I love stones and rocks and gems and the meanings that are behind them. And so what was pretty cool was I got this one. It's called a rainbow hematite. Can you see it? It's like rainbow. And what's cool about that is it has positive ions because it's a rock mineral. I'm going to put you down for a second. I bought 2 of them because I figured out that if you have 2 positive ions and you have a polarity in your body, left side being the negative polarity, but it's the feminine, and the right side being a positive polarity, and it's the masculine. When you put the 2 together, wee. So you have 2 positive polarities. So when you meditate with these, you have a positive frequency going from the masculine side to the feminine side. So that's how you really meditate. It's like it's kind of a training wheels for meditation. Yeah, so that's the rainbow hematite. It's metallic. It looks cool and it's beautiful. Actually, I taped these on my feet, and because I want to like ground myself. Because in meditation, a lot of people say, "Ground yourself." I'm like, I don't know how to ground myself. I've been so amplified with so many different frequencies and music and booty shaking. So when I'm not doing that stuff, depression creeps around the corner. So it's really hard to try to ground yourself and feel uppity. So I figured, if I get 2 positive ion minerals, which are these stones, the rainbow hematite, and if I strap them some way, somehow to the top surface of my feet, perhaps I can ground myself without actually emotionally connecting to the grounding. And it worked. I'm so smart. I also got a clear topaz, and the clear topaz, I'm going to read that one. Ugh. Oh my gosh, I can still feel that adhesive on my feet. Never again am I going to put that on my feet. So the raw topaz is what I got. If you need guidance, it is available through the energy of a topaz. Manifest your desires, a realistic and orderly approach. This crystal carries truth and wisdom. This is kind of deep. It aids in eating disorders, cellular structure, and is good for nervous conditions. A lot of us have been talking about the solar plexus chakra, and this is natural, and it's from Utah. It only is found in Utah. Hey, Bernardo. I also got this puppy right here. I know it looks like a regular rock. Actually, let's see. There you go. This one's pretty cool. It's called a stromatolite. 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 This helps with power, balance of vitamins, minerals, cleanses toxins, fertility, and happy pregnancy. Yes, I'm trying to get pregnant. Yes. It does look like a snail. It is, see, this is another one for Sue's nerves, because that's where I'm trying to like focus on right now. That's why I slept so good. I had these in my pocket. It helps with nightmares, troubled sleep, which I haven't been having. The stone magnifies your power on earth, balances your wants and needs, work out your differences with others. You can walk 10 steps in their shoes and see, hear, feel how they feel. I don't want to feel that. Do not be an empath is what I tell people. Don't do it. If someone goes, oh my gosh, you're intuitive, you must be an empath. Like, no, I'm not. Because you invite that to your reality, and then you go through a whole... Had I known that I would have been a dance teacher to the magnitude that I was, and then crossing over to the fitness industry, and then making that full time, I should have known not to be an empath, or to pride it. I prided that. Oh yes, I was like, I can handle anything. I'm powerful. I'm strong. I got this. And literally, I found myself going through a pattern and cycle of constantly going, I know I must keep going. I know I have to keep fighting. I have to keep going. I have to keep fighting. And it was wearing me out. Yup. That was horrible. And so the guy at the stone shop, he actually gave this to me, and it's pretty cool. He called it the California Dream Stone. And I need to do my homework to figure out what it is. He's like, I'm going to let you do your homework and try to find what it is. It does look like a carnelian, but I'm not sure. But he gave it to me and he said, it seems like your walk in life right now has a lot of question marks, but you are exactly where you need to be. You've done everything in your will from your heart. And he even found it as the shape of a heart. I might get emotional because I'm just very sensitive. Because I've really been trying to put away how much I'm really feeling unsuccessful inside. And I feel like I'm not doing anything. There's nothing we can do. I even applied for a job on Friday. And the last time that I had an actual resume was 2012, because I didn't need to have any other job after I got hired in 2010. But I inquired for a second job, so I was working two, essentially one part time, one full time, since 2012. I never thought I'd be in this position right now where I'm just like, I don't know what to do. 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 Anyway, so the guy was like, "Hey," he tapped my shoulder, and I turned around and he said, "There's nothing that you need to do. You are exactly where you need to be at, in a good way. All of your hard work, all the avenues, everything you did in life." So I want to share that with everybody, is that this is a message for you. You wouldn't be here if it weren't for you getting to this point and trusting, going. It's just the way of life. You just have to go through it. That's just what I've learned on my way back home from the Uber driver who scared the poop out of me. Where are we going? But there was a metaphor, which I thought was cool, because it's like, here I am trying to seek refuge in my destiny, and I'm trying to seek a balance in what we're going through, which is a emotional calamity. And then here's this guy giving me a gift for perseverance. Then I sit into the Uber driver, and the Uber driver says, I'm gonna have a hard time reading this GPS. Where are we going? And I was like, oh, I guess I'm in charge of this ride. Well, so yeah, so I gave him the easiest directions to get to where I live versus to the Waze GPS. I got a $7 ride, so it was pretty cool. It was like a good 4.5 miles. I walked there and I said I can't walk back. My stamina wouldn't let me walk back. Because once I, Joanne, you seen this. Once I start having the fidgety after I've done an extensive, you know, cardio workout, my body can't go. After I start doing the, my body's like, call an Uber. Uber costs as much as, leasing a car. If I used to spend $350 a month for a car back when I had a car, I just look at it this way. Look, I have $200 to spend to transport myself, if it's necessary. But that's what it's for. And all my investment accounts are probably all, they're all, I dipped into everything. I'm like, no. Anyways, I'm straying off of my topic, which was, guiding the Uber drive to my home and successfully. I felt great. It wasn't like I had an attitude like, dude, really? You're asking me, the passenger? I'm paying. That's entitlement. There's a lot of people in the world who have that energy. And that's a really disgusting personality. It is, because I was on the other side, of the position where people were entitled and told me how they're going to have their workout or their dance class or their wedding. I think the worst situation that I can recall of all time, two, I won't say the second one. I'll save that one for tomorrow. Okay, I'll tell both. So the first one was, there was a wedding, and me and my bestie, there he is back there in the middle. Me and my bestie, this was one of his last fun events that he had to do. Well, he got to do before we lost him. But the positive thing was, we had this wedding to entertain. And I was hired to do a dance, like interact with the reception of the dance group, the party. The reception, y'all, what is it called? The reception. I'm supposed to entertain the reception. So people were telling other people that I was a DJ, but I'm not a DJ. I was just someone who could play music from his computer, make a playlist, and then jump around and entertain people. That's what I was good at. And so when I hit the button on my computer, this was like in late 2015. This guy was paying $350. And so me and Monkey, we got together and I was like, I need help. I need help because I can't do this by myself. I need a friend. And so, long story short, the father of the bride was like, what the hell are you doing? You know, you're supposed to be a DJ. There's commercials popping up on your laptop. And the thing about it was when a commercial came, I had Spotify at the time, but I didn't have the premium. I didn't know at that time. I did not know. But the thing is, I had a set playlist of music that I was going to dance to. And those were from my iTunes. And the guy was like, we don't listen to this crap. We want to listen to 50s. We want to listen to Elvis. So I just changed the playlist to Spotify. I didn't have a premium account. So a commercial pops up. And coincidentally, I wasn't in the room. I was actually in the bathroom. And so I see this guy slamming my laptop. And lo and behold, this is why my laptop screen doesn't come on. And so I was pissed. I was like, ooh, it was like the wedding from hell. So long story short, I think my monkey funky bestie, he did something where he's like, give me your credit card or your ATM card. And he just went ahead and bought the premium. And he's like, I'll buy it. You know, you just go entertain the crowd. You go and be yourself, release your, because I was really scared to continue. I was so done. I was like, I'm over it. I'm so over it. I'm done. This guy's a jerk. He's racist. I mean, but really, the guy was a bigot. He doesn't like minorities at all. It clearly came out of his mouth when we were there. It was just like, ugh. My fear was having to side with the devil in order to entertain people. Yep, but it's okay. That situation right there, it was kind of scary because you have to impress these people. It was a wedding. This was a girl's memory for the rest of her life, and she was already crying. My kid's just a 10-second commercial. Calm down. But eventually, after I started doing the dance moves and I brought people in a circle, we were doing a lot of different cliche dances like the Macarena, the what's it called? Casper Slide. So it turned out to be a really great party. And then the racist bigot guy approached me at the end. He gave me a tip and my best friend a tip. He said, you guys really, I should have trusted you guys to trust yourselves, and I apologize. I was like, so that's looking fear in the face. And then the second one was there was a 15-year-old's quinceañera 3 years ago, and I was hired. It was a $1,200 project. It was a 9-week process, and we only got to 4 weeks. And the mom kept insisting on changing stuff. And I just said, if you would just let me do my job, then I just trust me to do what I know how to do because I've been doing this for a very long time. And she didn't pay all the money that she was supposed to up front. I didn't want to provide more services because she was cheapskating me. Yeah, she's a cheapskate. I was doing a lot of work and she wanted to change things, change choreography, and then she didn't trust me for being a different culture, that I didn't know the moves of her culture. That was another issue. And so then she decided to bring it to court. And that was like, oh my gosh, if you guys ever see me, like, I've never, ever, ever, ever had to go to court over any circumstance or issues, particularly regarding my own choreography and fighting for my own foundation, basically. So I'm in front of the judge and I'm shaking. I'm like, my armpits are sweating like Niagara Falls. I have to like go pee. But essentially, the judge was very smart. I just knew, like, let me just subpoena this lady, her how much she spent for the quinceanera, because I would throw it off. So I was really smart. I knew how to do this. I said, I want to see how much you spent, because there's just no way that, the investment of mine could have hurt your budget. I just threw it off because I'm smart like that. That's the Aquarius side of me. And then what happened was I just provided the math of what we had negotiated and what I owed her, which was $100. So I got sued for $100. I'd rather be sued for that. But I told the truth. I said, look, Judge, she has a nasty attitude. I did not want to work with her. And so the one lesson that I did not show up to, that was $100. I didn't show up because I'm like, look, she had an attitude and I just cut it off. If there's any black folks watching this, they know when we are done, we are done. Clap back. We are done. You have an attitude with me, we ain't gonna have this today. Not today, Satan. Bye. 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 And I just leave. It's therapeutic. Thought I heard another gunshot. Two gunshots. So we have a guy who's on the loose who's like shooting. Yep, that's why I don't go outside after 7 p.m. And I also put a stone near my window. Aaron, how come you're so calm? Because if I leave this earth, which I can't because my mom and my grandmother would kill me. Um, but yeah, I'm learning that I'll just go into the ethereal world. I'll be an angel. And I think like the evil of the earth wouldn't want me to be a ghost because I will haunt everybody. And I'm just going to twist an arm here. I'm going to haunt the Democrats too right now because they're being a pest. They are freaking out over that seat of, what's her face? Bader? What's her name? Ruth Bader. That's a that's a hard name. Can you imagine, like, never mind. Rest her soul. I have no comments on that because people are kind of like, yay, cool. Like, this is a move for the Republican Party. And I'm like, no, 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 no. A strong, bold woman who really, she stuck to her chops, and she paved the way for a lot of women to get into Senate and to get into office. Yeah, Gainsbourg, yes. Yeah, she passed away 3 days ago. Well, her death was reported 3 days ago. The math. This is what's funny is her birthday was in March, so she passed at 87. So if her birthday was in March and you did the math, she would have been 88. So they said the 87-year-old, which means infers that she passed away months ago. See, that's how, like, when people debate with me all the time, like, look, you guys don't have a obsessive compulsive brain that processes numbers and strategy, angle, and geometric, alliances, alignments. Her birthday was March 17th. I forget. It's in March of 1933. Yes, 1933. So that would be 80. No. No. 7. Do the math. I can't do the math. 1933 to 2020. Is that 87? 87 years? No. That'd be 83, huh? There's a lie somewhere. See, that's why I don't believe the news all the time. I can hear the reports. I'll believe my local city, affairs. But in terms of like all the characters on TV, they're all characters for a reason. 87 and a half. Oh, okay. Then it was accurate. 87. I can't do the math. She will be 87.5. Okay. Well, then I stand corrected. Conspiracy theorists. So before I go, I was going to share this stone that I have on my right window. This is a pyrite. Oh. So because the sun rises and it hits this area, this pyrite, it looks like a heart, doesn't it? Kind of, sort of. So I just figured I'd put it on the east side of my apartment. So I'm going to start building kind of like a nice altar. Right now it's just, let me flip it. Right now it's just my Wi-Fi and some stone. My turquoise area. Hey Joanne, I gotta go drop off your. You guys are watching. Joanne's in the house. My co-host. I still have your stone. This is your turquoise. So I'll probably come by Tuesday or Wednesday. I saved it because my other ones I didn't sell out all of them yet, but I still have I don't know what that is. Topaz? No, that one's, I don't know. I'll figure it out later. And I have a ruby. Those 3 are left. And I have some other ones that I guess they didn't do too well in sales. But yeah, there's clear quartz, obsidian, and I think that is moldavite. It's like a meteor. Moldavite's the green color. That's all I have. Yay! Cool, I have a whole packet for you. All right, well, I'm gonna go. I bought some other goodies too, because y'all my luck. People say, just pray. I'm like, I'm praying and I'm burning this stuff. So these were actually pretty fun. I got Good Fortune incense. So I'm going to burn that when I dance tomorrow. I'm going to make a dance video tomorrow. And then I got an anti-stress. And you know how this works? This works because it smells awful. I was like, it smells good, like in the box, and then when you burn it, like, for all the people out there, Mira is actually a good sense. That's I'm sorry, myrrh. It's spelled differently. I think that's the. Oh no, it is Mira. It's like it's a plant in Arabia. It's supposed to be for calming. And frankincense is actually pretty good. I've been rubbing this on my feet and ears. The thing about essential oils, you gotta keep doing it every day. It's like medication. If you miss a dose, you kind of have to start over. Alrighty, I'm gonna go. Is that how you spell myrrh? M-Y-R. I don't know. Myrrh. I don't know. I just woke up. I'll make some popcorn and watch a movie. Have a wonderful night. Au revoir. Bye. Bye.